What's up guys, my name is Max, and today I'm trying to rebuild this engine with basically no experience. So the engine we have here today is a 6.5 horsepower Predator 212. Now I did a rebuild in the past, but I definitely did it wrong. There's a lot of problems with this engine, and the oil I pulled out is basically just gray. So today we're going to be trying to rebuild this thing with brand new parts. So first, let me give you a breakdown of what we need to replace. XO1 cam, a ARC billet rod, and a billet piston. We got a non-Hemi crankshaft and a Nibby carb. So I've never pulled out a crank from an engine before. Hopefully it's not going to be too hard.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
But the first thing to do is to take off the flywheel so that when we get the side cover off, we can just pull it out smoothly. Okay, now we're just gonna use the impact wrench and get the big nut off. Under. There is some tension. A lot of persuasion. Ooh, the flywheel is off. Whew. Got the flywheel out, which is good. This one can go up to 10,000 RPM. We only have to go to like what, 6,000, 7,000 RPM. So this one should serve us over. And just use a little bit of persuasion. Okay, we got the key out, and yeah, so let's start putting it together, and let's cross our fingers that nothing goes wrong.
Foreshadowing is...
So there are two types of Predators. There is non-Hemi and there's Hemi. Now this engine is a Hemi. It's built a lot more tough, but it's slightly different than non-Hemi. This kind of sucks because you can't interchange parts between them, but there are a good amount of parts that share the same type of structure. For example, Hemi parts don't really go together with non-Hemi, especially cam and piston parts. They don't really like each other. But what you can do, since the Hemi is more durable, you could put non-Hemi parts into a Hemi. We have a Hemi engine block and we're putting non-Hemi parts into it. That way it's gonna be more durable, but it's gonna be running on non-Hemi parts. Now this doesn't mean it has less horsepower or anything. It just means that the engine is gonna be more durable and the valve train is gonna look a little different. Okay. Okay, so this is the part where I'm the most nervous. Why is it not coming out? Oh, nice. So the easiest thing to pull out right now is gonna be this camshaft. Perfect. Then we got these two rockers who are gonna fall out anyway, so I'm just gonna pull them out. Now here we have the actual crank. So this is what connects to the cam. Okay, so I pulled out the spark plug and it looks like it's churning better, but it's still very hard to churn. And this could be a couple of reasons, but I'm gonna pull the piston out and see how the cylinder walls are looking, how the piston is looking, and see if there's any binding or anything like that. Now we're gonna use a razor blade to clean off all the old gasket material. Okay, we've cleaned up the surface enough. Now let's get this rod out. Okay, second bolt is out. Now, crank should just fall out. Okay, the bottom just came out. Unscrew this head, take out the head bolts, and we should have the piston and the crank out. So let's get to it. Go ahead and take it off. Oh, look at it. Remember everyone, Okay. That is 2 of them out. Okay, so I found one that can reach in there. Okay, we're just gonna ugga this guy out of here. There you go. Hey. Perfect. Perfect, that's what I like to see. So now we are ready to pull out the piston. Out. Probably should be more careful than that. I actually didn't know that it came with a flat top piston. Now, for comparison, like I said, the other one was 68. So, oh, that's inches. Nice. Yeah, so about 70 millimeters. They look very similar in size, but if I drop this one in, it's literally just gonna, there's way too much room for that. So, I'm gonna take the piston off of this and put it on this. Okay, so I didn't really record it, but I took both of the wrist pins out. Okay, so now that we got that separated, now we're just gonna swap. We don't need those. We're just gonna put this together right now. So we're gonna put in the wrist pin on one side. Okay, I had some trouble, but I got it in. Now we're just gonna put the rod like this and slide this bad boy in. Okay, make sure to lube everything up. I forgot, it's an important step. So I'm just gonna hit some wrist pin. It's already kind of oily, but you know, you can never be too sure. The inside of the arm. Just gonna carefully slide that in. Okay, looks like it's holding. Now we're just gonna put the wrist pin on the other side. Okay, you gotta make sure the wrist pin is snug. Got both of them on. Now, should be good. But right now I'm gonna go back, try to install this rod, and we're gonna see, are we hitting anything, or you know, are we in the clear? The last step is to take out this crank. Oh, there you go. There goes the crank. Came out pretty smoothly actually. Now we got the 196cc crank going in. Let's see. Nice, fits like a glove. Next part, most important part, is to put the piston in. So now we're just gonna fit the piston into the top. Just carefully put it in, do its thing. I do have a ring compressor if I can't put it in, but perfect. First try. There we go.
Predator clone, engine build tips.
Those 2 bolts need to be torqued down to 170 inches. So yeah, enjoy this as I basically just struggle through it. So okay. There's 170, perfect. And this is the modded one. So, you can't really tell. Honda cam. So, basically, you're gonna look for this little dot here. There's this tiny little dot. I don't even know if you can see that on camera. But you're gonna line it up with this dot. Also, make sure you put your lifters in. I forgot about that. Again, be very generous with your oil. Hit both lobes, the gears, hit these gears. Perfect. Then, which way is it gonna spin? It's gonna spin this way, okay. Just gonna make sure that spins freely. No binding up. See if it can, torque everything to spec. Yeah, so we just kept the gasket on there, didn't touch the gasket at all. 200 something foot-pounds. I'm probably gonna have to look at it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, so now we're gonna torque the head to 204 inch-pounds. Ooh, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to hold it. Okay, There you go, there's one. Gonna go right across to do this side. There you go, there's 204. Okay, there's 205. Okay, we got that tight. So what I'm gonna do is install the spark plug. We are carefully gonna spin this thing over and we're gonna see is anything hitting the piston. Is it? These are the Hemi push rods that I plan to use, but they are about, I don't know, I'd say maybe 5 millimeters long.
Future Max here, and that Max is a complete idiot. Hemi and non-Hemi push rods were completely fine. The reason it was being a little rough was because the flywheel was actually getting stuck on the coil, and that's why it was being rough. I thought it was something with the valves, like valves hitting the piston, and I was pretty worried. But once I spaced the coil correctly and it wasn't hitting the flywheel anymore, it was going smoothly. So back to the video.
So the fuel gauge is like not bendable enough, so you can use the Viskar method. Basically, you fold it in half, you put it between it where we need it. I'm trying to keep the side cover on, see if anything hits. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so we are approaching the finish line. We have a couple more things. We have pole starter, which is pretty simple. We have the side cover gasket, which I know how to do. It should take me like 5 minutes. Other than that, we just need to install the carb and then give it a good clean. And then from there, we can actually start it. For the carb, I'm going with this 22 millimeter Navy carb. Should fit perfect for what we need it for. And yeah, so I'm gonna put the gaskets on and install it. To add this adapter, I just realized I put it on backwards. But we're just gonna use zip tie for the throttle for now, just to see if it works. And it's gonna go like this. But just imagine this flipped over. Yeah. Okay, so I got it on right this time, but it's gonna go like this. Get the carb to the block. You want no vacuum. Okay, so I was looking over the engine mounts and I found something no one wants to find. A broken bolt. Now, I was pretty scared because I knew this was a problem. I just didn't know there was a bolt inside of it. I tried to screw on another bolt. It's like, why isn't it going in? And that's because there's a bolt inside of it. Now, oh, it's going, guys. Let's go. So, perfect. I got it out. Let's go. Stupid little. Okay, so I'm still waiting for some gaskets to come. So, I'm just gonna take off the exhaust and repaint it because it has been rusted. So my favorite method is to use fishing line. Make sure to use flame-proof spray paint, or it's just gonna melt right off. This is just gonna withstand all the heat coming from the exhaust. All right, day 4, last day. Hopefully we can get it started today. Okay, fresh gas is in, oil is in. Let's see if we can see some fuel on the lines, and then I guess fire it up. Okay, so the carb idle is like super high. I don't know what's the problem. I don't want to deal with it. So I'm just gonna put the stock carb back on and see if that makes it run right.
Thank you guys for watching till the end of the video. So the next part is going to be me repainting the frame, putting bigger wheels on it, and fixing the throttle cable. Please comment any engine building tips. I'm basically a noob, so any tips would be appreciated. And please sub if you're not already subbed. I'm hoping to hit 700 subscribers this year. So yeah, thank you for watching. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.